Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another dive into the unconscious. I'm gonna do today a general reading applicable to all zodiac signs, and this is actually my favorite type of readings to do when I only feel inspired to choose the decks that want to talk for the reading and have nothing in mind. And I think this is like the most appropriate way to deal with the unconscious, because this is what the unconscious is all about. So for this reading, I'm going to use the Margaret Peterson Tarot, the Oracle of the Wisdom of the House of Night, and for the last part of the reading, I want to use this In Dreams Oracle. I just love it. It's very mysterious, like the unconscious. So it feels like so appropriate for this reading, for this dive into the unconscious, as it is already after 6 p.m. on this moon day that I'm doing the reading. So we're gonna get from the cards like the messages we intuitively receive, and then I want to check also the initial intent the author had for the cards that are gonna come up, okay? But let's start with the oracle. Let's leave the crystals for the time being. Okay. The decks need some more charging to do. Wisdom of the House of Night, it's ready to talk. Let's see what the general energy of the collective unconscious has to say right now. A few more shuffles and we're ready to go. Hope you all had a good, nice start of your week. Okay, one more shuffle. And let's see what the unconscious has to say. I mean, the unconscious doesn't speak, doesn't doesn't communicate in the ways the conscious does, the conscious part of us. But between the conscious and the unconscious, we have the subconscious, which is like the bridge connecting these two. So let's see what can we decipher with the information we get while walking the bridge. So the first card for the unconscious, number 13, summon. Okay, so we need to summon something in the unconscious. And the card of cycles here. Cycles. So now in astrology and astronomy, it's a very special moment, because there are like a lot of cycles ending. Everyone is talking about that. Letting go of the forbidden. So also in our unconscious, so there's a need to summon our unconscious. While doing that, this need appears to let go of the forbidden. So what was forbidden up to now? So I'm getting also like let go of the temptation, like the forbidden fruit, the temptation. But this card has number 18. So it's not the devil vibe we get in here. It's forbidden. Let go of the forbidden. Okay? Let go of the forbidden. And I see these butterflies. But these butterflies take me back to the transformation, death and rebirth of the Death and rebirth. Of the death card. Letting go of the forbidden. Okay, so let's see if we let go of this forbidden. Once we summon the unconscious and we let go of the forbidden, what comes up once we do this? What comes up, it's hope. Okay, movement. The card of movement. I want to see more cards with the hope. Hope. Forbidden. Like it was forbidden to hope. Like it was for so something in the unconscious with the cycles card there, where hope was lost. Cycles and cycles where hope was lost. But now it's the with all these cycles ending, it's perfect time to let go of this forbidden so it feels like it was even for. Okay, now I'm going. So I'm getting something like hope is the last thing we've got. So hope is the last thing left there in the box. Wishing. Hope and wishing. So hope card with number 27 and wishing with number 19. In the general conscience, once the forbidden is let go of, what we'll get to summon from the unconscious, it's hope and a last wish. While this hope card is surrounded by the mystery of the night, the scenery has changed in this wish card. Light finds its way through this forest and manages, and there's like an arcade there on the 19th number card. Okay, let's get more. I want another card, but for this summon. I'm getting this transformation with this summon and the butterflies in the let go. So a transformation and letting go. This transformation, so there needs to be a transformation so that this summoning can happen. The summoning of hope and wish. Summon. One more card for summoning. Risk. The card of risk. Okay, and number 31. 13 and 31. Summon some risk. And this risk, so if this death card, okay, if this summon card gives me death vibes, this risk card gives me the full vibes. I'm here, I feel now, so summoning brings death. Risk brings the full. So there are two ways here. Two ways to communicate with the unconscious in this reading. One is through summoning. Where the result will be death. And the other one is through taking a risk, where the result is the Fool card. I want more oracle cards. With the symbol, the triple goddess, the wisdom of the moon, the wisdom of the house of night. I feel like taking 3 cards for each of these little clusters. And I'm gonna go with this reading, so it's gonna be a triple goddess, Mother, Maiden-Crone. We got 4 cards here. I'm gonna keep these 4 cards for this part. And I'm gonna have another card. I just want 1 card for each. And we're gonna have from right to left the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. So the Maiden is represented by the cards of Hope and Wish. The Mother is represented by the cards of Letting Go and the Forbidden. I wanna check these 2 cards like separately too, but I feel them together, like letting go of the forbidden. The things that are like so taboo that we don't even speak of. And I want 1 card. Okay, let's see first for the Maiden. 1 card for the Maiden. And for the Crone, it seems appropriate the summon and the risk cards here, because if like someone has the power to summon, it's the Crone. And if someone out of these 3 can take the risk and handle the risk, I would say it's also the Crone. Maybe the drive of the Maiden in that, but I think that the risk in the Crone card represents the Maiden, like the inner child, the inner maiden of the Crone. So denial for the Maiden. The Maiden was denied to touch the grapes. And with the summoning card, like the hands in opposite directions. So this hand tried to touch these grapes, but the Maiden was denied access to the grapes. And now, and the purple violet background, it takes me to the grapes here. And now the Crone, it's summoning, it's taking a risk, but it's summoning its own grapes. With the grapes, I go to Bacchus, to the wine god. For the Mother, 1 card for the Mother, Strength. So the Mother, in this process of letting go of the forbidden, needs strength. So to all the mothers out there, lots of strength. So the Mother part of the feminine, so this is definitely a reading for the feminine part of all of us. We all have masculine and feminine. There's no bargaining in here. So the feminine part, no, the Mother part of the feminine nature in all of us, of the feminine aspect in all of us, needs a lot of strength. I'm thinking now of, because I said Bacchus and the wine, maybe a glass of red wine with a good dinner, and like, and maybe like for the masculine principle in all of us to support the Mother in this process. of letting go of the forbidden and the strength card. And for the crone, we get 2 cards, and we're going to keep both of these cards for the crone. Because understanding and conclusion. These 2 cards for the crone, she's summoning, but she's taking a risk. Felt like both need explanations. Now let's see which one belongs to which one. Summon a conclusion and understand the risk. This feels like something ancient. With this need to understand, so the risk is absolutely necessary. But the crone has wisdom and understanding. But this risk the crone is taking is bringing extra understanding to the very wise crone. And this conclusion needs to be summoned. This risk is the conclusion. Chapter 1, the end. Okay. Chapter 1 and the end. This is like an ancient dealing that has a lot of seasons and a lot of episodes, like The Young and the Restless. It feels something like The Young and the Restless here. It feels like The Young and the Restless finally coming to its final ending episode. The Young and the Restless finally reaching its conclusion. I don't know, did that movie, did those series end? I really don't know. I would say not. If I was to bet right now, I would say they are still going. But I really don't know now. Like a few years ago, I checked it, but it's a few years now. So with this summoning of the crone, it's the conclusion and the final chapter for The Young and the Restless. So in this crone, this risk that the young and the restless in the crone it's taking, it's bringing the understanding that the crone absolutely and necessarily needs for this conclusion. So this understanding that the risk brings, it's necessary for the conclusion. It all starts with the summoning of the risk. It all starts with a summoning of a risk that regards the maiden part in the crone. This risk brings an understanding that completes the crone's wisdom and brings the end, the final chapter in The Young and the Restless. And I just love it. And we started with the cycles and we end with the cycles. The end of this cycles in The Young and the Restless series. The card of cycles. Okay, I want to move my Ouija tray here. We're gonna bring this for here. Okay. I want to have the card of cycles here. And this crone, once she writes her final chapter, this crone is becoming the high priestess of spirit. And this high priestess of spirit has a message of self-worth and playful, okay? Something about this playful nature of the maiden in the crone. But this playful nature was denied, was forbidden. And now the crone needs to let go. The mother needs a lot of strength because the mother is the one that initiates this process. But the crone is the one that brings the final conclusion, the end to the first chapter. And she's now being playful, but in a healthy way. Not in a way that she feels guilt for the pleasure she gets for being playful. So this high priestess of spirit here has a message of self-worth. I just love this reading. Okay, let's get some tarot cards. I feel like exploring a bit this denial. What was denied for the maiden? Or who denied this? Let's get first what was denied for the maiden. Because the grapes that were denied got her to be playful in a destructive way. And her self-worth was damaged. Okay, let's see. What was the maiden denied? What was denied of the maiden? Okay. The Five of Cups. Okay. So I feel like the maiden had an act of playfulness and happiness. The maiden was denied the Five of Cups. So it feels like the maiden was not allowed to feel her pain, to embrace her pain. It feels like a connection was lost for the maiden, as she constantly had to act as a happy character. What else? I feel like, but like the maiden here, I feel like this is enough tarot for this set of oracle cards. I'm gonna have one other oracle card here. But I feel that no matter what, the maiden never lost hope. Now let's see one card for the forbidden. So denied, the maiden was denied to embrace all of her emotionality. So the feminine was denied from embracing her full nature. The Four of Flames, the forbidden. The forbidden Four of Wands, a forbidden marriage. So the mother, the forbidden marriage. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's bring these two cards together. So, in the forbidden, there is this locked door. In the Four of Wands, it's this sea of fire. So for the mother, forbidden, it's the Four of Wands, a married, a celebration of, I get a celebration of love. So maybe, so for some, I feel like some part of the feminine of the mother could not celebrate properly, like a marriage, a coming together. For other parts, I feel like the sea of fire is forbidden until the mother develops enough strength as to swim, or develops the superpower. Now I get with like all those the mutants with the genetic mutations. A genetic mutation in the mother for her to be able to swim in this sea of fire. I get something with the marriage for the four flames there, but I like best this one with the genes and mutant powers for the mother to swim in the sea of fire. I was thinking about the crone. So the crone gets the chariot card. Phaeton. The story of Phaeton with the chariot card. Okay, for the crone. So Phaeton, it's the son of the sun god. And one day, through trickery, he gets to drive his father's vehicle. Okay. But he's not strong enough. So he loses control over the vehicle. He's smashed down to the ground and he dies. So if the mother would have no, let's see a different one. So the crone has the strength to drive the sun's vehicle because it comes with the 3 of cups. It brings good times. So it's okay. The crone, so for the mother, it was forbidden to drive the vehicle of the sun. The crone has developed the strength. So it was also about a process of maturity. Okay. I think whether to take one card or to just go to the oracle, to the In Dreams oracle for this one. Okay, let's take one card. So the High Priestess of Spirit. Let's focus on this with the tarot. The High Priestess of Spirit. I feel now something like with the 4th chakra, with this area here. But like something coming here, like from above the heart, like right above the heart. Okay, I'm gonna do one first for the self-worth. Because like exactly when I started wondering, the self-worth with the 4 of coins. The self-worth with the 4th of coins. And in the self-worth coins, okay, in the self-worth card, the lady here could generally depict the 4 of coins in a tarot deck. That's the position for the Four of Pentacles. Self-worth. Something like holding back. This Four of Coins. Holding back from self-worth. I want another card here. There was a hold back from the self-worth. And I feel it like in this direction. The fact that the mother was forbidden to take this dive into the sea of flames, of the Four of Flames, the four and the four, okay, I say it now. The four of the, because the mother was forbidden to take a dive into the sea of Four of Flames, the self-worth went into a Four of Coins state. Just because the mother was forbidden, she took it so personally. She didn't see it like a way of protecting her, but it was like just a way of sabotaging her, which is very far from the truth, because this was all in protective intent. But I want one more card for the Four of Coins. So now, with this summoning of the crone and this new High Priestess of Spirit attitude and way of being and living, how is this self-worth developing? Oh God. No. One card. Thank you. One card. Six of Cups. So from holding back to being very melancholic. Now it feels like if this, as if this lady in the pictures realizes how much she had to suffer because of this holding back of the self-worth. And now it feels like crying and like it's the blaming stage. Oh my God, why did I do that to myself? How could I not see how much value I carry, and like we're all divine creations. There's so much worth in each and every being and thing existing on this planet. Okay, now the message card. What is this message? I mean, we get it's about self-worth, but how, okay, let's see how this message should be delivered. Or what about this message? Because this message comes from the sky, which is like a high priestessy thing. So the high priestess, so now that the crone has summoned, here comes the summoning of the high priestess of spirit. A message of the Five of Feathers. This message of the high priestess will bring a lot of controversy around her, because it feels like an ancient blueprint. The crone, okay, the crone with the image of the crow. This message of the high priestess, it's like the next level. It's so this series, The Young and the Restless, have ended. Now it's time for a totally new series, and it's called the High Priestess of Spirit series. This message will bring a lot of change. It feels very much appropriate with the Aquarius New Age we're into now. It just feels this five of feathers with how many feathers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this crow here has 5 feathers in the air. but just one feather gets broken. There is some blood in there, but I feel this 5 of feathers like the effect of this message. It's not like a consequence that the high priestess has to go through. It's just the effect of the message of the high priest. It feels like just letting you know, because this may be something you're avoiding. So you might be avoiding conflict and be in this position of denial of conflict. One card, I want to leave the high priestess for the end. One card for the playful, 44. The number has attracted my attention now. Number 44 on the playful card. And there were like 4 cards here. One card for the playful high priestess. So the cat in the picture, she's playing with a moon, like a pendant or something. Okay, let's see. Horizontally, maybe like this is the way. One card for the high priestess. There are a bunch of cards in there, but I'm just looking at this first one. So the playfulness of the high priestess of spirit is the high priestess. The wheel of life, and this one, let's see, the ace of cups. Playful. And I feel like, because I was talking about like superpowers, I believe all humans have superpowers. It's only one step away if you decide to activate your superpowers. And once all humans activate their superpowers, they stop being superpowers. It's like with everything that we have now. I'm thinking now with electricity, and I'm thinking of like these stories of islanders, or like even people being exposed for the first time to light, because the light in here inspires me. They see it as they see it as something magic, and I have this philosophy of mine. It's not necessarily of mine, because I've seen it shared in a lot of books, even though if it's not stated there in words. Something like everything is magical until we learn the way that thing works. And once once we learn how something works, it stops being magical and it goes into the scientific area. Because we learn the process, we learn oh my god, I don't know the word in English. So we know, like in magic, when you see a magical act, it's like amazing. And then when you find out how that magical act is performed, it loses its magic and it becomes a sciencey 1, 2, 3, 4 steps on how to do it. Something like this with this playful card. And this with the wheel of life, so it feels like from science to magic here. It seems like a reversal. Like, I don't know. This playfulness was affected, I do know. This playfulness was affected because the feminine in here became too scientifical. So, the high priestess summons another turn of the wheel. And this other turn of the wheel brings the magic, the playfulness back into the life of the feminine. And one final tarot card for the High Priestess of Spirit. 2, we're keeping this 2. The 5 of Flames and the 3 of Flames. So this High Priestess of Spirit definitely brings change. Because we have the 5 of air here. So the message is like sharp. The message of this High Priestess is sharp. And it comes with the 5 of air. And the High Priestess in itself, she's a visionary with the 3 of Flames. But this vision, again, so the vision, okay, so the way you think this conflict is gonna go, it's in a 5 of Wands way. But the way the message is gonna be perceived, it's actually a 5 of Swords. So again, just like a little warning sign. One more card here for the visionary High Priestess of Spirit. The Ace of Cups wanted to come. This one wanted to, the Sun of Flames. So the Ace of Cups with the Sun of Flames. It feels like a new masculine entering the life of the High Priestess. So the feminine wants the Emperor. Once it does some changes, it's going to welcome not the Sun of Flames, because that was maybe like the forbidden 4 of Flames, and the Lovers. Oh my God. So it brings the Lovers, it brings a love with the Emperor. And I feel now like just ending the reading here. I just feel like this is it. It can't get any better. Come on. Okay, let's see. I wanted to take 4 cards. Now I'm just gonna take, we're gonna put, this is for the High Priestess, but this is the centerpiece for the High Priestess of Spirit. For the visionary High Priestess of Spirit, the Lovers and the Emperor card. Speechless. Okay. The love not of a lifetime, because these are not lifetimes, not even lifetimes. Okay, this is the love of the cycles. The love of the cycles. Okay. And one oracle card. One in-dream oracle card. I don't understand. So before I started the reading, half of the, I did something. Definitely I turned it. So half of the deck was like this, and the other half was like this. So I made sure I had it all in upward position. Meanwhile, I don't know what I did. I'm so sorry. This is the love of the century. So the oracle needs to sit in upward position. Okay. There's only one card in the whole deck that has a message of words written on it. That felt like worth mentioning. Because I've seen it now while I was looking through. And I remembered that caught my attention when I first played with this deck. 4 more shuffles, with this one included, for the love of a lifetime, with the Emperor card. Okay. And let's see. One final in dreams oracle. This is it. Number 38. Didn't I like, this was the first card. The High Priestess. This is what I intuited. So with the veil, with her eyes hidden, both these characters looking in the same direction. So let's get another understanding. Let's see where I got the little book in here. Number 38, just there. Just open there. Oh my gosh. Grow and learn. Fire in the material world. Fire in the material world. With the fire of the mother there. Stop your stream of thoughts. Listen to the inner silence. The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance. The wise grows it under his feet. This is James Oppenheim. I feel like reading everything again for this card. So grow and learn, High Priestess. So this whole feminine figure here, Maiden-Mother-Crone, she was the High Priestess to start with. This High Priestess went through this process of growing and learning to become the visionary High Priestess of Spirit. With number 7, so the godly High Priestess. One more time. Grow and learn. Fire, material world. Stop your stream of thoughts. Listen to the inner silence. Listen to the inner silence. I hear now some song with silence and maybe Enya or something like some, and that's that's like a very old song from my parting years. In the silence I believe. Okay, I think it might be Andein, but I'm not sure. Something with in the silence I believe. Stop your stream of thoughts, listen to the inner silence. And once again, the quote we have from James Oppenheim. The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance. The visionary. This is a message, so the oracle speaks for the visionary High Priestess. But only this final quote. The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance. The wise one grows it under his feet. Visionary High Priestess of Spirit. Instead of the Three of Wands, for me, I always like launching your ships. I always get this with the Three of Wands. And the advice here is to realize that true happiness lays not in the distance for you, High Priestess of Spirit, but under your own feet. Okay. And I definitely feel this reading has ended. So, with the love of the cycle, there's nothing left to say but to enjoy it. To enjoy this great love and a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.